Look, I made a hypocrite video tier list maker because, of course, no one else would do this. So I made it, and now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rank my own videos that I made on Hypocrite. Let's do it. Because this is a thing. Dark Souls Remastered. Shit. This one's shit. Well, I guess it's a D. This is fine. It wasn't much of an interesting video, and the thumbnail and title are shit. I liked fucking with the colors and bit crushing the promotional image, but nobody really clicks on something like that. It's like, what? Like, half of the joke was, oh, it looks shitty, but it doesn't because I try to make it look interesting and colorful. So it's like, because the remaster is bad. I guess it's sort of interesting, but not by my standards even. This, people like. Heroes 3 review. It was a fucking beginning of the end, I guess, if you think about it, in terms of me being disillusioned with making reviews. Because up until that point, I was just, going through the motions, picking a game that from my childhood and giving it a go, and reviewing it and being like, hey, remember that? And, I was having fun, I was getting into things. But this was one of the game series, Heroes of Might and Magic, where I wanted to branch out and do, just go through all the games I have, even if I haven't got a history with them. And, it brought in new audience, which is exactly what I wanted. But I realized YouTube not for me, YouTube not good, don't like it. Getting the right thing was like, geez, I don't like this, I don't like having it. Felt pressure. Can't handle the pressure. This one was worse. It's just sort of a shit review. This one is A, at least. I really like that. I forget a lot of what happens in these videos, but I just know the feeling of like making it. Obviously, from my perspective, is different from how people will perceive them because I know what went into them, obviously. But there's something about the ending that's just sort of like, it's so uplifting, it's so happy and video games and nostalgia, and I just like it, and that was just before this, I think, this other one. This was like a one I wanted to do for a long time. I got to play it again and record all the footage and play the whole game, and how, it was fun. It was a fun game. It was a well edited video, I think. Jokes landed pretty often, I think. It wasn't the funniest, but it's up there. What Gift was me and my brothers, mostly my attempts to make a Red Letter Media style thing, because it's like, the idea of picking up a thing, Wheel of the Worst style, and being like, best of the worst, and just experiencing them and then seeing which one is the best out of these bad things is and it's a discussion thing. So it's like, I like that. I want to do something like that. The only person I have to discuss with is my brother, or rather, the only person who would do it. But I don't think we had. I mean, it's kind of different with games, because to play a game is different to just watch a movie, which is of a finite length. You can play a game for hours and hours if it's a long game. And I didn't really know how far to go, like, playing it. Like, should I play for a certain amount of time, set time, or should I play until I'm bored? If I play until I'm bored and it's exciting, then it's obviously good. But, it's kind of hard to, like, pick from bad games, because even bad games can take quite a few hours to complete. So this concept didn't really go anywhere. But this video, wasn't really bad. I guess this wasn't really bad either. Well, neither was this. You know what? I made videos that are good. There's space for shit things in here. Katamari Damacy, that was a Radcon 3 thing with Digi. In terms of the quality of the video, it's okay. There's some funny memes in here. There's You Got to Eat Your Greens was recorded while me and Digi were sitting in a weird alcove, like, bar with a mirror behind us. And Jesse came in with it, and Nate was singing, "Gotta eat your greens." And they were eating lettuce. Yeah, you know, that I think that's worth that for that alone. It's an alright discussion. You know, Digi's there, he's smart, he knows how to say things. Kirby month. Star Stacker. I think this was, yeah, just before I gave up forever. This was not the reason I gave up, it was working on the next video. So this was fine, it's just sort of like a small game and not much to say about it. But I did edit it, it was like concise and edited nicely. It's like, well, it's still 8 minutes. Yeah, it's about there. Like, A is gonna be all the good ones, B is gonna be, that has some merit, C is gonna be like, I wouldn't really rewatch that, D is gonna be, that was bad. I mean, this says that's bad, but that wow, that's bad, you know. E is gonna be like, ugh, you know, and S is gonna be like, sublime. I assume that's what the S means. The ending, I don't even remember what I said, it was just sort of depressing. I said, that's the end. That's the E. Just because of what it implies, what it's about. It's like, oh, it's sad. You know, and also the video is not really about, it doesn't really have much to it, it's just me speaking. Here's a Might and Magic 1, that was actually a little better than this one. Where, you know, it was like it was pretty good. It was pretty good, I remember that. I don't remember that, that's why I haven't said anything about it. Kirby Superstar, that was a great game, and a pretty good review, I think. I went into all the aspects. I think because of how many aspects there were, I didn't get to elaborate on any of them much. But it's not like, you know, I could probably rewatch that one. I had rewatched it, but I haven't rewatched it just before recording this, so I kind of have forgotten. Yeah, put it there. Golf one, that's funny. Or is it? No, maybe it's the thumbnail that's funny. There's a golf, and it says great, and there's a Kirby being thrown. I don't know whether this is that good of a thing. I think it's a lot of stuff. Duh. Where did I put it? I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't make this video. You know what? I'm just gonna go look. Hey, this is Amazing Atheist. Lol. Fuck you. YouTube.com. Yeah, let's type in YouTube.com into YouTube.com. Ah, Peppa Pig, of course. This one. I suppose if Kirby can turn into a people, what's stopping him from turning into other types of balls? I got desktop audio turned off.
It's nice and relaxing. You go at your own pace. There's no teams. You just hit the Kirby into the hole. Kirby's dream course is more than just golf, though. You got your boy Kirby. And then
oh, look at that. Me, this is a funny voice. Haha.
16-bit graphics for the first time. The object of the game is to touch all the enemies until only one is left, and that one's the goal.
Yeah, see, analysis. I explained the concept, the premise of the game. I analyzed it immediately.
I can't get in. I fucked up by getting that guy last. Whoops. But it makes for a very flexible strategy. There's a lot of depth and
Yeah, nice. Analysis, good shit. Okay, this is the thing I do where I just talk about everything in like, because there's a list of things to say. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I don't care about the UFO being used to hover. Alright, this is a straightforward review. This is sort of alright. You know, you want to know about why this game's good, you watch this video, but if you want to be laughing your dick off, then not really. I suppose that goes there. Actually, I'll look at the Kirby Superstar while I'm there, because it's right here. Perfect Kirby. Yeah. I just had the intro, and it's cool because of that. God, I was so smart. I was so smart to know things about like how Kirby is designed by just playing it once. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's Undertale. You have to crank that shit. Da, 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 da,
He
da.
gets a starship.
I mean, you know, using music is good. Shut up. Fuck you. You can't shout. You're not Jontron. You can't shout. That's the only thing I can't do, is I can't shout very well. Hey, fuck you, piece of shit.
And I know a lot of you do. I will do another Kirby month.
Yeah, this is fine. They're fine. They're just fine. Yeah, fucking put them there. This is awful. Kirby's Block Ball. Shit. Kirby's Pinball. That had a pinball, like, wizard guitar thing. Let's put these back. Well, let me think. What does C mean? C means, like, good, but not great. B would mean great. So I guess this is, fucking, everything would be C. Everything's gonna be C. Now, I'll give myself some credit. This is fine. No, it's not. I'll give myself some credit. Pinball Land has some funny aspect to it. What am I judging these on? I have no idea. This one's fine. Kirby's Madball, I think it's called. It's just basically going about or saying that this fucking sucks, but I think it's funnier because I'm mad about it. This is a fucking A. It's Prince of Persia. It's the first time I was, like, thinking about the narrative of the game when, writing the script for the narrative of the video. Where, like, oh, like, the Sands of Time, as in the video game, is exactly the same as the in-universe Sands of Time, and the Dagger of Time is, I have it in the review, and I go through time. There's a fucking Santa Claus on the thumbnail because it came out in Christmas, and I called it the Sands of Christmas. I have no reason why I did that. It's stupid. I should get rid of that. This video would be way more popular if it didn't have fucking Santa Claus on there. Idiot. Stupid. Let's put it down in there. Cuphead, not for me. Pretty well made video. And it was just explaining thing, you know, cinematography, just getting a shot of the teacup. That was alright. Kirby's Adventure Review. This is where I discussed the possibility of Kirby copyability being not good. I don't remember whether it was very funny. I think it may have been funnier than these, at least. It's not really an A. Part 3 of the thing. I don't think I like this one. I think this was the one where I just went over, like, the majority of the video was clips from the American and then the English dub of the game. And I didn't really say, wow, that's bad. What a shit dub. What a shit dub compared to this other dub. This guy's better than this. It was just a lot of, I just wanted to get through every single cutscene in the game, which was a big mistake, because you don't need to see every cutscene to know that one dub is better or worse than the other. I really should have gone through it, picked out the actually terrible parts, and then made a smaller video as a part of a larger review, where it's, you know, the language dub differences between the two, the American and English dub, and I would, like, criticize, you know, this, like, it should have been a small part of an Ape Escape review, rather than the conceit of the review is comparing the two versions. That, you know, this Ape Escape is, it could have been, like, my Rayman. It could have been Rayman 2, if you know what I mean. But, like, it just fucking sucks. Well, at least this part does, I think. This one's good. This was a very good video. I think. It was like small. Let me check. Let me check a little bit. I can check. I've been doing checking. Let's see. Kirby. This one.
The sequel to Kirby's Dream Land borrows a lot from Kirby's. It was knowing which ones to hold on to. Some parts of levels were only accessible.
Yeah, I remember this. This is like it's just a solid review analysis I don't fucking know what you would call what I do. I do it very inconsistently, whatever it is. But, like, I go through the game and I explain what that adds to the Kirby series, having been playing it in Kirby month in order of release, all the games. And this is adds new things, and I explain how the new things added are like really good additions that I'm really sad that they didn't use later. And also the enemy being like a special secret guy was cool. And fighting him was good, and it was just like a solid video. Not funny, particularly. Well, I guess that was a joke right there, but I muted it so I couldn't see. Yeah, no, it was fine. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if Bug's Life is up there, this can be up there. Kirby Sucks, that's good. That was just a good video. It's pretty good. This, I don't remember. Basically haven't seen it. It's just me recapping, do you know it's Dark Demon Blood month, bro? I think, or... No, this is Kirby month. The finale of Kirby month, yeah. Where Kirby... Actually, this is alright. It's, it starts with a skit where Kirby is... You know, the whole point of Kirby month was that I don't know anything about Kirby. I gotta play all of his games in October so that he comes around to my house for Halloween and I know what his favorite food is. Which is a mega tomato, or whatever it's called. And I give him a tomato, and he slurps it up, and then I'm sitting there with a fucking pumpkin that I carved, the mayor, a skeleton, a spider from earlier, put Kirby, you know, the cat goes on the table, I just say, I did it, I did Kirby month. Nothing really of substance, but the skit is funny. There's a few shots in that skit at the beginning, like when Cunt Corona stamps his giant leather boots over the frame, over the shot of the camera. I don't know camera terms. And it sounds really cool. And he opens the door. This, I think is A. Because it's, you know, I don't really analyze the video game because there's nothing really to talk about. It's just a Puyo Puyo. You try to do the thing, and I couldn't do it because I was too bad at it. And so I made a joke of all the things that are in there. I guess I am weighing like comedy before analysis or review qualities. Well, you know, I like laughing. I think I succeed more when I make people laugh than when I make people think, because the reaction usually is, you know, when I make people laugh, people actually say it's good. So maybe that's just High Swap. This is a solid review. I think it's good. I think that's a good one. If you want to know about Hive Swap, you go to that video, you'll learn it all. In fact, this is good as well. And this. And you know what? That's not good, that's shit. This is alright, you know what? This sucks. No, wait, it doesn't suck. This is S tier, no. Fucking... fuck you. Alright, this is me just talking about Spirit of the Law for a bit. It's fine. I think this is like, yeah, it's not bad, it's just not good either. This is like, has merit, has more merit, good. The vlog I don't remember whatsoever. I think it's just put it there. Arcade Multipack, this is a video which I did during July, Igmavo Tuadij. Yes, Imgavo Tuadij or Igmavo Tuadij. I'm gonna play video, well, fucking whatever. I'm gonna make videos every day, once a day in July. Man, I can't even remember it. I used to be able to remember that. This was just the result of a video where I couldn't get anything to work before the end of the day, so that's... Could have been interesting if I got any footage for it. I didn't. Honestly, it doesn't even have value, so I'm just gonna put it there. Sonic sucks. Sonic is shit. This is my video about Sonic sucks shit. S tier. Yeah, it's pretty good. I feel like it's the same sort of Cuphead, like the opinions I'm having. It's basically like Sonic is a game series I've never really been into, and I was hoping that this new Sonic would be a Sonic game that can introduce new players to Sonic in a way that doesn't fuck up the formula, but it turns out that the formula just is... Well, actually, no. I only complain about one thing, and that's the lives. And essentially people said, oh, you suck at Sonic, and I'm like, yeah, that's true, but I didn't bother to make a follow-up video explaining that I know I'm bad at Sonic. So I was like, yeah, the point gets across, but it's not a point worth making, I guess. Igmavo Tuji's finale, that was alright. It was basically a clip show, I think. Yeah, it was a clip show. It was edited nicely, but it's just a clip show. Jimmy Neutron Attack of the Twonkies. This, I think, was, like, pretty good for what, like, the short amount of time I spent working on it. Just because Jimmy Neutron is a game I played a lot, and I have a lot of things I could say about it, without having to, like, you know, research it. So a lot of jokes already were in my head when making it. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good Jimmy Neutron video. Part 2 of this, I'm gonna check the, what I said exactly in the parts. I think part 2 of Ape Escape was one of the better ones.
Ape reviewed. Watch part 1, you idiot.
Yeah, okay.
Platforming is also a major component of the game.
Yeah, platforming. Why did I make parts? Why did I fucking make parts? Why did I make parts if I'm just gonna cut it, like, in the middle of a fucking train of thought? It's already a bad idea.
A lot of moving platforms have
like, what makes me sad about this series is that I put so much work into it, but it was just, like, shit script, and I didn't think to rewrite it before I made it. So, like, there's nuggets of interesting information and analysis here and there, but it's just sandwiched between boring bullshit, unfunny jokes, and in a weird format of splitting up the videos in a time when it could have been a really long video, and it would have been no problem. The only reason I split it up was because I wanted a video to come out, and then a second video would come out, and it would build hype or something. Nowadays, it would be perfectly fine. Even back then, it was perfectly fine to just wait a little longer and get a much longer video. But I didn't even know what I was doing.
Animations that can be traversed really fast if you make perfect use of
what else do I talk about?
Do it again. The enemies are suitably
something.
Explaining why this is the case, but the important thing is how that affects the gameplay. And basically, it just makes the PAL version slower.
Alright, this is where I'm talking about the refresh rate.
I think 10 FPS makes much of a difference, but it does. Here's a side-by-side.
See, this is just another thing. Like, comparing the two regions is like a video in itself, and an Ape Escape review. It just had to be a Cliff Notes. It had to be a Cliff's Notes on in some part of this review about Ape Escape, rather than the conceit, because it just sort of like feels meandering. I'm talking about the refresh rate, and then I'm talking about, like,
you got time. So basically,
I'm talking about, like, gameplay aspects, and then I'm saying, hey, by the way, there was this thing in the American version that was a little different from what I know, so I'm just going to talk about that for 5 minutes and go back to talking about Ape Escape in general. Whatever, it's fine. I think this video is fine.
I don't think I've ever gone in here.
It's just,
once you're done,
you know.
And then I burst down.
Alright, I hate this ending. Because, right, you know I was saying, like, JonTron screams and I can't. That was, like, JonTron's comedy has always been, he screams, he goes, ah! I mean, I scream, but I don't scream in, like, the, you know, he's got an accent, he's got, like, a, you know, I ain't having that shit, you know, that sort of thing. That's really funny, just to hear him say silly things like that. You know, Game Grumps is JonTron at his peak because of how much he screams. So, like, and the way he laughs is really cute as well. Haha, JonTron's funny, I like JonTron. I don't like his content. But, like, fucking anymore, I mean. Oh, I'm sad. Anyway. This sort of thing, where I'm, like, screaming really loud, this was my attempt at making a Dick show, like, Dick Masterson rant, with my squeaky fucking white boy voice. I mean, Dick's white, but you know what I mean. I don't have big enough lungs for that shit. I do like, you know, deadpan, fuck you, I'll kill you sort of speeches better than, fuck, I'm screaming, but I can't really scream that loudly because people might hear me and I'm scared about people hearing my voice. You know, that stuff. So it's like, yeah, every time I scream, it's because I'm trying to be funny and it doesn't work. This is why my channel fails. I'm trying too hard to be a JonTron screamer because I thought funny voices are funny. And I didn't try to be funny in my way enough. I was funny in my way plenty of times, but it's just like every time I do, when I go back to...
So yeah, the model...
it's just, I don't want to even play it. I hate it so much. Anyway, where does this mean this goes? This goes here. It's better than this. This is just like an average okay review with spatterings of annoying shit in it. Okay, I Love Hillary. This was the album I made in Igmavo Tuidige. People like this because it's just so silly. Me and my brothers just fucking around with instruments, singing about build a wall, because that was what was going on at the time. It was Trump, it was Hillary. It was like, I don't know. I made an album, guys. This is it. It's alright. The video about it is fine. I don't think I really go... It's like 5 minutes, so I don't play the whole thing. I just link to it. I have... Fuck, I don't fucking know. What do you want? Art contest. This is just an announcement for an art contest thing. I'm gonna put it in here. Because... Well, yeah, I mean, it really just doesn't really feel the same as these. Even this has a montage in it. This is like a nostalgia, like, oh, remember that? There's a clip show. This is like an announcement. I guess that can go in there as well. Alright, first part of Ape Escape. I think this is pretty good. It started off well. And it's only 40 minutes long. Actually, this one's... How much is it? Fucking know. But these could have easily been one video. That's fine. Memory cards, this is fine. It's just sort of me going through them. All the memory card models. That's got a lot of views. I think 100,000 views. Just I don't know why. I think it's because the 8 MB memory card PS1. That's like that text there specifically came up every time you saved a game in a PS2 game, so that's like probably triggered a lot of memories, like, oh yeah, memory card PS2 in brackets. And a funny guy, Turok Dinosaur. Rebuild. I like this game. I think is a short enough video, sort of goes into it, is just sort of alright. This same thing is just me going through the contest things. I shouldn't have put the just some hippo on the front cover, because it looks like that's the winner, when in fact that is a Photoshop image that I photoshopped. I could have just had like a question marks, like, ooh, who's the winner? People would have clicked on that, I think. Not that they would have had a good time watching it, it's just me looking at fan art. Croc. You know, I really don't remember anything I say in this. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna check what this one is. 420...
What is it with lizards and jumping? They cannot stop. Croc, Legend of the Gobbos.
Yeah, very funny. Fuck you.
Oh man, what's the hold up? I'm in a car on the road, for crying out loud. Hey you, can you see what's blocking the road? Oh yeah, it's Crash Bandicoot 3, you know? Even after all these years it still holds up. Traffic. Ugh. Ew. I like the music though.
It still holds up. Traffic. All that for one stupid joke about holding up traffic. People don't even say holds up traffic. Do they? Did I imagine that people say holds up traffic?
You collect crystals, which you drop.
You collect crystals, and then you fucking play the game, and you're Croc the Legend of the Gobbos.
The one thing I really
And then the one thing I really hate is, but you're walking all this day, you game over, and game ends, and then you go back to the beginning. Croc of the save game, the croc of the fucking gobbles. Hey, it's me, croc of the fucking gulch. I'm a crocodile, and I'm gonna tell you, hey, you play video games. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna turn off the video game. That's what I do.
Well, I take suggestions.
What is that? Croc the Legend of Isis? Why did I say that? Is that what I said? I hate the... Whatever. Minecraft castle. I mean, I like it, because it's my Minecraft castle. I think it's on the same level as We Are What Gift. Or is it? Wait, this? Fuck it. I made a game, same sort of thing. I made a game, and I documented the experience of it, basically. I sped up and cut through bits, and cut it down to 2 hours. It's pretty cool to have made a game in a day, even if it's as simple as this. It got put into a fucking video by Oblivion Fall, sneakily putting it in a Cuphead animated. You may have seen that. What a cool guy that Oblivion Fall is. Pirates. Okay, Pirates 101. Game I really wanted to talk about because of the interesting thing I had to say about it. Interesting thing I had to say about it is good. The editing is bad because I foolishly had epic pirate music from all sorts of epic pirate things playing, and they weren't long enough for the video, and an epic pirate thing would be happening, and it would get to the end of the song while I was saying something, and then I would keep saying stuff, and a new epic song would start up, and it would just sort of be like, this is like, I'm getting to the end of the video, I'm building to something, oh wait, he's still going at the same level, okay, we're building up again, and now it's the end of the video, oh no, it's not, oh no, now it's the end of the video, no, sir. It just kept going like that. It was just, rewatching it recently is like, it feels like the video is ending every time a song ends because of how epic the song is, and I chose the songs based on how much I like them, and I didn't think about the effect they would have on the video watching it back. Top 10 DSs. This is funny because there's merely the fact that there are 10 whole Nintendo DS variants that I can make a top 10 of a single console. I mean, it's not really a single console, but they're all called DS, so it's like top 10 DSs. And it's a hypocrite list. Those are fun. Little Big Planet. I didn't put a lot of effort into this video. Really, it's just something I do sometimes to open up Little Big Planet, look at my levels that I made, and go like, I remember making those levels. I came home from school, made a level. I went on YouTube, I saw people making incredible levels. I thought, I can't fucking do that. And I didn't try any harder than I did. And that's the end of that. You know? It's just sort of... I didn't play Little Big Planet to its fullest extent, particularly, but please look at what I made anyway. It's just a trip down memory lane for me, and a trip down what is this for everyone else. So, you know, but there's nice parts in it. I think there's a bit of an aesthetic there. It's pretty chill. Doctor Who should be a woman, yes or no? There's a vlog. I don't remember that being good. Zumbini's Logical Journey, this was a good one, I think. There's a lot of I think. Man, Hippocrit sucks. Sour Brain Cube 2, this is like a 3-minute tiny video. And it's not even that... There's not even that much stuff in it that I say. Like, if it's fine to have a short video if the point is a concise point and it doesn't need to be expanded on, but I don't even really say anything, I think. I think I just say what it is and the fact that I like it. The end. And it was just sort of like, oh, well, who cares? Pokemon manga is better than the anime. The point I have is, I like... Well, it's really just like a recommendation. If you haven't read the Pokemon manga, you should, because it's better than the anime was. The anime has its charm, obviously, but the manga is actually really suspenseful and like a cool shonen battle thing. It's kind of... It's more like an adventure than a shonen battle. There are battles, but it's not the focus. But I don't know whether the videos... It's just a vlog again. It's me talking. And, you know, I hate myself, and if I'm on screen, that makes it an S tier. It'll stay there, I think. Realistic lighting rant. That's good because of the point I'm making is a good point. It's not just, here's a thing. This is like a thing I fundamentally feel about video games and how art direction takes a backseat to realism. This is not like a unique thought, but I put it into words, finally. There it is. Fuck that old man. Sandbox, this was fun. I like Sandbox. The music actually was pretty good when I did the musical thingy. Because I really love the music in that, and that was good. And the guy who made this commented on the video. I was like, oh yeah, you know? Small world. So that's cool. Learning Ladder sucks. Not the video. Or does the video suck? I think there's not really much to work with. It's just like, it's a children's game, educational children's game, and I just point out things that are like, ugh, stupid. I think it's fine, though. I'll go check quickly.
Oh god, I love that. So, what the fuck can I play?
Here comes Reader Rabbit. All right, Reader Rabbit.
Alright, I think this one was good, actually. I'm remembering things. I'm not good at, like, the meme stuff. Like the, oh my god, like, shaking the screen and you know, getting the right scream reaction to face to put on, like, I'm not good at that. I'd rather just not do this fancy editing, it just takes too long. Like this,
I'm not here to have fun.
I click on the thing, frogs appear, they look crazy, I go, whoa! But it just sort of like slowly goes red. Like that's not good. That doesn't sell how creepy they look. They don't really look that creepy. They're just sort of like really bad 3D. But I didn't sell that enough, you know? So it's fine actually. It's just yeah, it deserves to be there. RuneScape is not just nostalgia. This was a good video. How good? I don't know. I mean, I think it was actually quite funny. Like, if I'm thinking of these ones, it deserves to be an A tier. If we're looking at those as A tier. This was like, fucking whatever. This one people seem to like. I can't stand it because of my voices in it. So for me, that's like, it's like this. You know, it's like a low B. Could almost in here, but like it has the fact that I'm reviewing the first 3 Spyro games from the perspective of 3 different stuffed animals, and that's kind of funny. And then Hippo comes in, he likes the 4th one, and they all shout at him. It's like it's kind of cute. It's just I hate my voice when I do voices. World of Warcraft. This is like some nice musing on World of Warcraft. It's not as interesting as the RuneScape and not as funny. It's just sort of like, you know, footage of me flying around in World of Warcraft using the flying mount and just capturing the scenery as it flies by, I think. And it's just sort of like talking about why World of Warcraft stopped being interesting to me, and it resonates with a lot of people because it's the reason a lot of people stop playing. It's just like, shit. Shit, that's all you need to say. It's like, shit. That's what happened to World of Warcraft. Grow games. This was fine. It's a very short video. I didn't really go into it at all. I just told people to play the games, because they're good. So, you know, a recommendation, I suppose. The medieval fantasy rant, that's fine. It's sort of just like, where's the Game of Thrones? That's it. That's Where's Game of Thrones? Where's Game of Thrones? I can't find it. That's the video. Bloodborne. Alright, this is potentially S tier because of the skit at the beginning. And the fact that I have interesting analysis points in the video about Bloodborne that are uniquely interesting. Like, I don't hear people talking about... I mean, it probably already exists, the points that I express in this video, but... they're not like, you know, I don't go super in depth about it. I don't spend like an hour, 2,000 hours talking about everything. I just have a point about Bloodborne, and then I precede it with a pretty gothic, pretty cool skit where a guy in leather is walking around in the dark at night, and he kills me, and I'm dead. I don't know. It's just funny. It's a well done skit with a funny joke, running away from death, man, or Bloodborne, the character, and then having analysis afterwards. So that was my first S tier video. That's the first like good video, I think, compared to all these other ones. Addy Boo. Fucking. I think this is good. Like gooder than B. I think it is. I'll reevaluate that in a moment. I remember it being... Wait, no, I think it's this one. This one's good. Addy Boo. Addy Boo was just sort of like, I'm playing the game, I'm going through the stuff, there's, fucking... What is there? There's the car bit, which didn't... Yeah... Gotta check. Oh
man, that little jingle brings me back.
That's gay. Don't say that. Oh, you're hearing a fucking jingle? Oh, you like it? What are you, a baby? Fuck you.
Nightmares.
Oh, to my nightmares,
Actually, I
though.
didn't have nightmares about this. Well, maybe I did. I don't remember. I'm really excited to see what the fuck this is all about. Now this is the shit. This is what I...
Yeah, I remember this. I go through these, I just play the animations, and then I talk a little bit about this other stuff, do the cars, and then I stop, and there's funny bits here and there, but it's like... It's not as good as the Addy video, I think. Which is like me going, whoa! And you know what they say? When you go, whoa! Whoa there! Then it's a good video. That's what they say. Hogs of War, that's A tier. Yeah, fuck it. It's A tier, it's good. I run through a field past people wearing army garb in the really hot day, and then I say, it's... You know how difficult that was to set up? Not very, but it was extremely not what I usually like to do. Acting silly in public, even a little bit. No sir. I was wearing a beret. I got some thumbs up from people. So, I guess they thought it was funny too. Or maybe they thought I was an army man, but of course I don't look like an army man. I got long hair. Dark Souls 1. This one is fine. It has the I know what that is, or it broke new ground. I forget which, that one. The STDs by Cunt Corona, because that was a joke we had. It's like, what if it was STDs instead of ATSDs? Fucking, yeah. It didn't have much substance, is what I was going to say. It doesn't have much of a review or analysis of Dark Souls. It's just sort of like, hey, did you know Dark Souls you can go anywhere? Wow, really cool, huh? Yeah, you can go anywhere from the beginning, even without the master key. Isn't that cool? And it is cool, but I just don't use it to bolster a further point about Dark Souls, because every point that could be made about Dark Souls has been made, and so to make that point would feel redundant. And so this video is merely, an an accessory to something that would have been redundant anyway, so it probably wouldn't have been interesting. I should have made a meme video about this, which I kind of did with the skit, so that's why it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just fine. Igmavoa Tuidage, that's just like an announcement that I'm going to do Igmavoa Tuidage. This, I think that may be an S tier, because it's like solid in every capacity. It's a unique take on Demon Souls. It's short and not bloated with crap. It's kind of funny. They use the tooting skeleton thing in the beginning with the, you know, the theme song, which is like very appropriate. You know, like I'd point people to that video. Dragon Ball Z vs. Dragon Ball is another just sort of okay. I guess this is okay. Nah, I don't remember anything from that. I just say that I like Enies Lobby. So that's whatever. Enies Lobby / Water 7. There's one arc of One Piece that's really good. I don't really talk about... I think I was filming outside. I have no good, like, vlogging location. So I don't know why I ever did that. I guess just because I had a camera and being on screen is a thing people do. Dragon Ball Z... No, that's fine. You know, it's another, like, please go and see this thing, like, grow. I guess it has some value because of the beginning where I film all the mangoes. But does that really make it a B tier? Not really. Dark Souls 2, this is A tier. Because it's a big... Is it S tier? I don't know whether it's S tier. Because it's like me saying the game sucks. And I love that thumbnail. Like, that's the coolest Dark Souls 2 has ever looked. In that thumbnail right there. Also, I love this thumbnail. And this one could be better. I don't know why it was green. I think it was just because I wanted to color code them, and green was the one that was left. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 sucks. Here's why. Is, you know... It gets to the heart of the matter, where, it explains it accurately without getting into, like, a 50-hour tirade about everything wrong with it. 7 minutes long, that's all you need. You know, I came to appreciate shorter videos the longer I was doing this. Shorter videos are just nice. You don't have to... you know, sit around listening to some idiot talk about bullshit for a long time to get to the point. Hippocrit Mini? What was this one? Club Penguin died. Was this a eulogy? What happened here? I remember it would... I made 2 of these videos, so I can't remember which one. Oh, that was funny. I can't remember what was on my screen there. It's probably something funny. I remember doing it deliberately, whatever it was. Yeah, you know. Yeah, it looked funny. Yeah, it's like... LOL. So fucking special. Gwyn tries to make a video. Out of focus.
Don't forget, we already did a Club Penguin video, so you can't do one about that.
Shifting the camera around a little bit. This is the worst. But I know I was like deliberately like that, because then, oh, the reveal. This is like penguin vision. He's so bad at looking at things. Oh no, he found out it was gonna close, and he's a penguin, so he's very upset. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, what a good time. He just fucking kills Disney characters. I better turn off the music though, because I think this got copyrighted like 1,000,000 times. Ah shit. I should have not listened to this. I'll just cut to this point. Very funny. Very fucking funny. Minnie Mouse. Oh yeah, kill Minnie Mouse. Disney killed Club Penguin. Club Penguin kills Disney. Oh, it was funny. Fucking Goofy. Die, Goofy. Then Max. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, it's funny. It's just a fucking clip of Death Note. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Alright, top 10 here's. Don't really remember it. Kind of funny, I'm sure, but... is the hypocrite list thing got old basically immediately. Because, hippo rating hippos was, you didn't expect a little stuffed animal to rate video game hippos. But why would he talk about hyas, It just doesn't feel the same. It was like grasping at straws. Dark Souls 3, that also doesn't have much in it. Sort of it was mostly a lead into Dark Souls 2, so that doesn't have much to it really at all. And an end, like an end cap for, do you know it's Dark Demon Blood Month, bro? Do you know it, dog? Like, that was cool as an ending piece, but the only thing I said was, like, it encapsulates all the good parts of the franchise up into one video game to end the franchise of Dark Souls, including Demon Souls, because it's basically Dark Souls. They made Demon Souls again in Dark Souls, so Dark Souls 2 and 3, Demon Souls, they all feel the same. And I guess it Bloodborne as well. Now it's not a capstone. Sekiro's around, so... GRPJ Lisa. This was good. I can put it in A. Just because it was me and Ben, and when there's a video with more than one person, it's twice as good. So that was good. I really hated figuring out how to do the thumbnail for this. I wanted to do these things with, like, Hypocrite GRPJ, and then, like, a Hypocrite Mini, but, like, I never stuck to any format. As you can see, they're all sort of just really colorful. That was the only thing I did, is just make them really fucking poppy colorful, which I do like. They look nice, but they're not consistent, and with this thing, used inconsistently, just feels stupid. And I think that was the only GRPJ I made with this thing. So this guy has just been pushed down, and yeesh. This is Adventure Quest 3D. I don't remember if I say too much about this. I say that it's really adorable, just like Adventure Quest was. But I don't think it was very interesting, aside from how funny it looked. Because it's like a game for mobiles and a game for PC at the same time. So obviously very low poly. And the Adventure Quest comedic styles are still there. It's adorable, and it's great. It's just sort of not really a fun game. And there, I just recapped the entire video for you, so you don't need to go watch it. Top 8 spiders, excuse me. This I actually hate, but I don't know why. Actually, no, it's alright. I remember the list with the things, and the Vriska's the best spider, and I was like, haha, funny. Actually, did I have the Vriska plush at this time? I don't think I did. Let's have a look at this. 2 years ago. I might not have had it. Oh, shut up. Shut up, man. What are you gonna do this? What are you gonna do this to me? Well, look how smart this is. Oh, that's a lot of 8s. Yeah, shut up, idiot. Where's the 8 tier? 8. You know, I hated it, but now I like it. There it is. 8. 8. Club Penguin review. This is definitely fucking S. Because of all of the stupid shit that happens with Gwyn. And the bird up at the end. It's just to pick up a penguin and like... And just like... I love Club Penguin. And so I just had so much fun playing in it. And just goofing off. I guess that's what I assume, what I feel is S tier. When it was fun enough, or whether it's like interesting enough. But what actually is the case is that I don't have a ranking system, and I flip-flop constantly. Like, this is an A tier. No, it isn't. Fucking whatever. Pokemon Go. I think that's A tier. You know, it's really funny and very quotable. Mini Clip was good. I think it's A tier, actually. It's very good. It's pretty long, but it's just sort of, you know, if I was smarter, I could have made a whole career off of making reviews of internet flash games, because people have a lot of nostalgia for these things, and it's, you know, there's a lot of fun to be had making fun of them and laughing and seeing finding the gems. It could have been a whole series, really. A flash in the pan, or, you know, something. JRPG Kingdom Hearts 1. It's JRPG. It's good. This, the Hypocrite April Fool's video, I think it was actually funny. I think I made it funny. It was like a YouTube poop, and then it ended with a skit about Hippo being sad that he's like, you should be in Africa or something. And he's lost his parents. He wears a little hat. This one, also JRPG, also good. This one was the one where I was just a floating head. I was going full on with the green screen technologies. You know, the JRPGs, they're long form, but like not tightly written things. But people love long form stuff where you talk about video games, so like they're popular enough. But I don't know if I like would rewatch them ever. Maybe people do that. I'm not sure. Adventure Quest, adorable. It's about the same as the Adventure Quest 3D. You know, I just sort of, I go, aww. You know, B tier isn't really bad. C tier is something I wouldn't rewatch. B tier is something I would rewatch, but I wouldn't expect it to be like really good. A is something I would rewatch and expect to have a little fun. And S tier is one I would rewatch and expect to have a good time. So like D tier is like I just don't really want to go back to those at all. This one is fucking S tier. Or is it? I don't know. Ooh. I'm not good at doing videos. I'm getting tired. My throat's getting tired. I think there was a skit in here where Hippo played a video game better than me, and it was kind of funny. Motherfucker. Yabba dabba doo. I don't think it's that much better than these things. Yeah, it's about the same level as the Bug's Life, that one. That's, you know, it's good, it's analysis, it's fun. It's just now it's maximum S tier. This was fine. It's a good video, it's just sort of like, you know. Actually, no, I had that funny moment with the THX. That was a joke, that therefore it's, like, I would go back to look at that joke, at least. Rayman, here we go, this is Rayman. This, S tier, yeah, look at, fuck you. This is S tier. And I think Rayman Part 2 is there as well, so definitely those two are S tier. Great video. Where's Part 3? There it is. All of them. All of them are good. This one has the good finale, this one has the good bulk of going nuts, and this one is a really good introduction with all the jokes, and like there's a lot of jokes, there's a lot of analysis. Well, I say analysis, it's mostly like sort of conjecture based off of my experience. So like this is a story. I think that's why I like this and why people like this. It's a story. It's a story of me trying to beat Rayman, the hardest game ever made. 1, 2, 3. You know, if you didn't know it was a review, you may thought it was a Let's Play. And a Let's Play is inherently interesting because of the story that comes with trying to beat something, playing a game. Most Let's Plays do not capitalize on this whatsoever, but, you know, that's just how it is. Q&A, I forget. I think it was a nice setup. Hippo was at the computer, and... yeah. I don't think it was that funny, though. Driver 2, this one was definitely funny. But how funny? Gonna check. I know there was the bit at the end I liked. I like the music. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm gonna pop your neck with my hands.
Please don't.
You'll wish you never met me. Maybe he don't even exist.
Just dance into it.
I don't know what any of them said, but I'm pumped. That's the coolest intro I've ever seen. Driver 2 is a game where you're a driver too, and you go around and you shoot. Well, you don't, you drive. There's some kind of a story that I don't...
Yeah, sometimes I'm good. Sometimes I'm good on camera.
bullshit just like it
Look at
used
this
to.
fucking small Hagrid.
Let's give it a little try. Get
Yeah, I remember I was just sort of like... had the cameras just like, hey, yeah, I'll look at my own footage and say something to the camera when I have something to say. Look at that face there.
and it's really... It's a...
Yeah, I didn't have a script for this, so this... I remember not really happens. I just sort of dance the music and I get blown up by the police, and the things that happen are funny.
Films in a row, and it's just not fun. The thing about 8 different endings...
It does have a certain level, certain feel to it that's sort of, you know, just sort of chatting about a game. You know, if it's like, hey, remember Driver 2? This is the sort of thing I would say. Or like, oh yeah, you know when this and that, and it's just sort of like lax, not professional, which is not inherently a bad thing. I think I did an okay job with this, but the fact that this shot, like the lighting, it looks terrible, I look terrible. I mean, it looks strange, you know? And I'm just sort of staring at a screen, looking at the camera. You know, like bits like this. It feels like very low quality. It doesn't feel comfy, you know? Something about it is just a little off. Whatever. So that is not A tier, for sure. But it's definitely good, so B tier. Puzzle Pirates is pirately puzzling. That is pretty funny. I remember that being pretty funny. I don't remember it being very funny. That's as simple as that gets. The first JRPG I did, this one is pretty good. Like all JRPGs. I really do love that thing with the thumbnail I did with the JRPG. Because it's like Japanese write up to down, don't they? Like characters. What if you write text like that? And then I fucked it up with this, trying to make everything the same. Even though this is perfectly fine, I could have used that there. I just didn't. I have many variations of this Lisa JRPG with these things and this thing and different colors and sizes. There wasn't a lot of images to use. I think this may have been Ben Saint's drawing. I definitely considered using Ben Saint's fan art that he posted a million years ago before Undertale came out even. This is the kind of a confusing thumbnail. Unless you know what the thing is, it's the Professor Layton vs. Phoenix, right? I think I changed the thumbnail a while ago. I changed all the thumbnails from my early videos so that they could have relevant big faces on the thumbnail. This is of the 2 girls in the story, but that's not the draw, honestly. It should have been Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright's faces. Just because they're anime girls doesn't mean they're going to draw the faces. You know, this cute, but it's like, that's not a good thumbnail. And there's 2 of them. It has to be one. It has to be one big face. I think. I don't fucking know. Like that, I'm looking right now. All of the things that are the biggest face that are looking straight at the camera, those are the ones that my eyes are drawn to. All the other ones are just sort of blending over them. This Adiboo is like, wow! I could easily see that guy. This one, very nondescript. barely even feels like a thumbnail to a video. But anyway, the video itself was, I think, fine. It was very early on. It was not something it was like a newer game, so I was experimenting with the idea of making videos about games that I don't have a history with, and I kind of wanted this to be like a launching pad, like it's a new game, so I make a video about it, and that launches my career by just being relevant, and you know, I could send the video to people. I remember sending this to like the Co-optional podcast, like, hey, if you talk about this video game that came out, because I watched the Co-optional podcast, they talk about game releases, recent ones, and so I'm like, if you want to talk about this recent release, look at this video, and if they saw it, maybe they say, hey, I saw a great video. And I remember thinking that when I sent it to them. I think I sent it to Dodger or something. Obviously nothing happened, they didn't see it. Nobody would have seen it. It's just fine, it's just okay, it's nothing special. Jack 2, though, that one was a better video. I think that's A tier. It's because I had big history with it, and I had a lot to say, and when I have a lot to say, the script comes easily, and when the script comes easily, you know, the point of the video comes across easily, I can spend more time, or rather, it's not that I spend more time crafting jokes, but they just seem to come easier when I don't have to think too much about, like, what comes next in what I'm talking about. This one, and this one, and all the ones that are good. They're just good because I'm good at it. This obviously, I don't know whether it's S tier. It's very good for a very first review. And the reason it's so good for a first review is because this is basically the only reason I wanted to do it. Is I really wanted to talk about Dark Cloud and how it's so good. And I never hear anybody talk about Dark Cloud and how it's so good, so it's like, I gotta talk about Dark Cloud and how it's so good. And I spent these are things I've been thinking and feeling for years and years. And I finally got them out in a video. I could probably make a follow-up video with more information, because, actually, no, I couldn't. I said everything, like, all the nostalgia was from childhood. I explained it basically in this. So that was good. That was a good A-tier video. But it was before I knew how to be funny. I was still trying to JonTron scream a lot. I wasn't playing into my own comedic strengths. I was just being screamy. You go back to that, you watch it, it's like, okay, you know. Bit of a fucking screamer, that guy. Nostalgia is fine. This video's... there's no E-tier videos. Let's put that there. Nah, nothing is really terrible. I guess this is. Because it's basically a nothing video. This has some substance, this has substance. This has substance, it's just sort of like a lame point, who cares? Nostalgia is good. Well, yeah, I suppose it is. Now this is an S tier. This is the one people talk about a lot. The Harry Potter one with the Allahu Akbar at the beginning and the silly skit with me drawing a penis with a quill. That's all you need to know. It was a good one. This, S tier. I really love Donkey Kong Country Phil. Because it's a music mashup that I noticed. And I love making music mashups. And this one is like edited perfectly. It's just perfect clips. You know, I remembered the advert that had the Phil Collins drum bit involving a gorilla, so it's just like perfect when this Phil Collins song just so happened to also coincide with a Donkey Kong Country song with the beat in the thing. You know, I feel like a lot of, or at least in Rare, like I can probably point out another. Actually, maybe not in Rare. Definitely in Ubisoft. In Rayman 2, there's a song that sounds a lot like Pink Floyd's "Shine On You Crazy Diamonds," the Swamp level. But I've never been able to make a mashup of those. But yeah, I make these on Give and Take, and this one just so happened, I just like, yeah, put it on Hippocrit, why not? It's video game based. I mean, all of them are, but this one was just very good. So I thought there would be less harm putting a very good one on. So I did it, and I don't know whether people like it, but I do a lot. I come back to that one quite a bit. This one got nothing to do with video games. I guess at some point I was just thinking, this is my channel now, I just put what I put on here. I'm afraid of the skeletons. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I don't know whether that's S tier. It's fun. I mean, it's very good. God, is Anna a skeleton? But do I, like, think it's the same level as these things? I suppose, if I imagine this is like, everything below this point gets destroyed, deleted, well then I'd want to put everything up there. And I don't think of it like that. Right, this one. This one was the first big video about an old game that was just sort of okay. It got to the point of the matter, but then it went on too long with explaining every weapon in depth when there was no need for that. You know, the point I made was that every weapon has a specific use, and I went into, like, that was the idea, like, there's no redundancy in the weapon layout, and that's a really good thing. I only needed to show a couple of examples. Instead, I showed every single weapon as a bit, because I said I could spend all day doing this with all the weapons, and I will. Oh, I burped again. The recording's ruined. Turn it off. Ugh. But because of that, it was a really long video, and parts of, you know, that aspect of it was just dragged on. It's like, who cares? But it's not bad. It's like a good review of Ratchet and Clank, without the story being considered, because I was thinking of making story-based video about Ratchet and Clank and why the fourth game, the first PS3 game, sort of ruins everything by being a shit video game in every way, and it sucks, and I hate it, and it made me hate the PS3, but I never got around to that. If I ever make videos again, that'll be one of them, because that's one I actually give a shit about. But then again, I don't really know. You know, I feel like I should play the PS3 game again, and maybe even get the other Ratchet and Clank games in like a HD collection or something. And then I play all of them, and then I will have a bigger script, and I will make like a 20-hour long video about Ratchet Clank sucks, and then nobody will watch it because my channel's dead. Skeletons. You know, really, it's not that good. It's just not that good. You know, the idea of spooky, scary skeleton. That's the one thing. Like, I just hate the status quo, so I did not use the spooky, scary skeletons theme. I just did not use it. And I think if I had, it would have resonated with people more. I just used the thing from shed.mov, Hot Diggity Demons Pony.mov series, where they're in Fluttershy's shed, and all the dead, destroyed, skinned animals, skeletons, start playing xylophones on their bones, and it's like, oh yeah, you know that? That's a video. That's a song. And that was the song of the night, and it was just like, skeletons, here's some skeletons from media, it's fine, it's whatever. This was funny. There's a skit where I don't know why I called it breaking the streak. It was sort of like, I was making videos, and then I was trying to make a video, and I got sick. And that was breaking the streak for me. Even though I wasn't uploading consistently, or anything, it was just sort of, I made 3 videos, and my 4th video was having a hiccup, and so I made a video about how I was sick, and I cooked meth because I was watching Breaking Bad at the time, I guess. Oh no, I remember. I was sick, I was dying, and like Walter White, I cooked meth instead of, well, you know, I couldn't pay for cancer treatment, so I cooked meth, and it was just a video of me putting bleach into a cooking bowl and filming it from underneath, and it was cool. And then I ate the meth at the end. So that's funny. That's a good video. Hippocrit list. Top 10 hippos. I guess it's A tier. You know, pretty funny joke. People love this one, or at least they said they used to love it. I don't know how. I don't know what people think. If people go and do this, please tell me. Please tell me what you would rate my videos, because I really don't know at this point what people think. Nobody talks about them. Duh. But like back when I was hearing talks about what is the best hypocrite video, this one came up a lot. Because it's, you know, it's a joke. It's a funny joke. I think the reason it was so loved is because it's a self-contained joke. Like, well, not a self-contained joke, but like the joke is the video. So when they laugh at the joke, they think the video is good, which is true. But like when you have an equally funny joke inside of a larger video, you don't associate that laughter with the entire video. You sort of, you know, you dock points if parts of the video were less funny. And so, you know, if this joke was inside another video, this, you know, this video may be lower. Or if this joke was inside this video, this would be over here. But because it's on its own, it has no baggage, I guess. And then it's A tier. So it's like, yeah, that's kind of how things work. The longer the video is, the more jokes you throw in, the more jokes get, you know, wasted. People laugh at one thing, and then the rest of the things get thrown aside. I don't know what I'm saying. Slide 2. Good game. I don't think I did the game justice with this. It's just sort of fine. I go into London, I have my brothers film me, and there's a few funny skits, but like, actually no, it's good. You know, it falls short in the same way that this falls short. It's just sort of like not interesting, but I put effort into it, and I think it's still watchable today. I definitely have bias for my earlier videos. I'm seeing top 10 mods. It's fine. This one is bad, especially because I don't like the game. I didn't like the game like a few months after this. It's like, yeah, it sucks. You know, the idea was, oh, it's Fire Emblem Heroes, it's a mobile game, it's a new game, it's a big game, and then I made a video about it, but I didn't make a good video about it. I just made a review, just sitting there with my big hair, talking to the camera. That's the biggest mistake. Never show your face. Because, you know, unless you're, like, beautiful. Big hairy hair, man. It's just sort of a strange look. It feels like you should use that as, like, as a look rather than, oh yeah, I'm just a normal guy with a giant mop of hair. Like, most people who are normal, they have short hair. And if you have a giant mop of hair, you should, you know, you should lean into that. You should be like a Norseman. You should be like, yes, I'm fucking Jon Snow, king in the real north. It's me, Jon Snow. Oh, Tormund, and I'm fucking big and strong. Oh, I gotta fuck your cock and I'll chop your cock off with an axe. Slice, you know, if I did that all the time, then me appearing on camera doing that would be like, oh, that's his thing. That's his gimmick. But no, I just had a lot of hair and a big beard and I just didn't do anything with it. So, and also this is just sort of a very brief explanation of what it is. Now this Pokemon video is the last one. These are in random order, I guess. Pokemon Sun and Moon is good for a Pokemon game, but that doesn't mean it's a good game. Is my point here. This is an A tier video. Could be S tier, really. It's not far off. Not far off S tier, but if things like this are in A tier, and this, 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 then this should be in A tier as well. It's not better. I don't know about this. This is just a music video, it has nothing to do with anything. Like, I like it, but like, if I'm thinking about, I'm just gonna put it in haven't seen. And I suppose this, no, I like that too much. It's staying up there. Okay. I remember liking this because I copied that Red Letter Media Plinkett style format just enough so that you could tell that that was where I was getting the influence from, and it was funny, but not so much that it was like, half from the brag, like I wasn't doing exactly the same structure. It was just sort of like I was using that lax, like, fucking, you know, all this stupid shit, like talking like a fat idiot, but saying things that were not fat idiot thoughts, if you know what I mean. You know, I had good points in this. It is a good game, it's just... But it is good for a Pokemon game, but that doesn't mean it's a good game, because Pokemon sucks. Haha, I said it, Pokemon's bad. Pokemon's not very good. Eat shit, little boys and girls. Haha, it's me laughing at you. You are how, and I punch you. I punch you hard. Ugh. I talked for like a certain amount of time. Well, that's my video. Yeah. What do you think? Would you rate it differently? Would you even click on the link in the description to go to this site and rank my videos? Do you even remember any of them? I don't know. I don't know. This is very self-indulgent. I just want to know what people think. I like hearing about opinions about my stuff that I make. And, you know, that's the end. I can't think of anything else to say. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot, you see.